Hey there veggies, welcome to my review of The Secret World by Funcom. So The Secret World is an mmorpg, it's set in modern times, and it was released in July 2012. It originally was based around a subscription model, akin to the World of Warcraft. However, this was quickly dropped, and the game now uses a buy-to-play model with an optional subscription. New content is released as mini expansion, called Issues, which you can buy from the in-game cash shop. The difficulty level of The Secret World is higher than most mainstream mmorpgs. It doesn't really cater to the casual crowd, well not as much as others, and that can put off people who are new to the genre. The game is set in various places around the world. There are 3 main playable factions, with other non-playable ones scattered around for missions and storyline content. The 3 main factions are the Illuminati, the Templars, and the Dragons. Choosing one of these factions decides whose side you can fight on when you PvP, and which cables you can join, which is the in-game name for guilds. You are, however, able to group up and chat with whoever you like. The Secret World has a fairly decent character creation system. There's only one race available, as everyone's human. Armour is based on trinkets, which you can't see when you equip them. The way you look is purely cosmetic, and it's completely up to you. You can get clothing from missions, from achievements, and the in-game shops, and also from the real-life cash shop. When running from the main hubs, it's not common to see 2 people who look alike. There's a lot of customization there, and some of it looks really good, and some of it, well, you can make a really hideous looking character, or you can make a really nice looking character. For classes, the game has its own unique take. Rather than force you into a stereotypical role such as a tank, healer or DPS, which it does have by the way, you are free to fill out your skills as you see fit, with separate points for which abilities you can use, and separate points for what level of gear you can equip. Eventually, it's possible for your character to max out both trees and have access to every ability in game. As with other MMORPGs, The Secret World has a guild system. Affectionately, they're called cables. They allow people from the same faction to join up and work towards similar goals. There are also some multi-faction cables using custom chat channels and voice communication to allow all 3 factions to join on the fun. During my time playing The Secret World, I've met quite a few different people, and for the most part, everyone's been willing to answer even the most basic questions and give advice on builds and mission information. Although I don't know for sure, it seems the more mature nature of the game has led to a more mature player base. Don't get me wrong though, there are still trolls and the usual bad eggs in there. Most of the main quests and side quests can be completed as a group, and you feel for the most part grouping is encouraged. There are however some moments in game where it forces you into a single player scenario. They don't tend to take long to complete however, but it can be a bit of a drag since it splits your hard working group into individuals for just one mission. Graphically, the game is very good looking, and it runs pretty well. While it might not be the most realistic of games, it has great art and sound design. There are moments when you can just gawp at the landscape, looking at the vistas that it gives you. And getting in with a theme, there are plenty of places which just creep you the hell out. Abandoned theme park, anyone? Putting all the praise aside, The Secret World does suffer from a number of frequent graphical glitches, no matter what kind of machine I've played it on. Don't get me wrong, none of these are game breaking, but they do ruin the immersion somewhat. A few examples would be, when you unholster your gun, it remains at your side, either meaning you're shooting finger bullets, or you're more common, you end up with 2 guns. Wearing certain combinations of clothes cause your skin textures not to show, turning you into a sort of futuristic Rayman. And wearing some combination of dresses causes your character to seem to be wearing no underwear. Don't ask me how I tested that, I'm not proud. In short, it looks good, but it does have some graphical glitches. None of them are game killers though. And then onto the content. So, the main bit of content is missions. Missions are different. There's the usual kill this many things and bring me this thing, but there are also some genuine puzzles, and quite a few missions that require you to go out of the game, load up your web browser, and actually look up historical information. Although, at this stage in its life cycle, going out of game tends to be going to CryGaia for a walkthrough, and then follow it. Typing in the name of the missions tends to bring up straight away with a walkthrough, which is a bit of a killer, but you can see what they're aiming for. The missions are quite enjoyable. Some are hard, some are easy, some are short, some are long. A few examples I really enjoyed are exploring the haunted theme park and defending the scrapyard. A mission which sticks out in my mind as a pain though is one which required me to walk miles while being hunted by a ghost with tons of health and a very annoying slow down debuff. So, as I was wandering along, it spawned up, hit me, slow me down, and make me walk really slow, and I'd have to kill it each time. It took ages for very little reward. Happily though, I haven't come across too many like that. Progression. Progression in The Secret World is a little different to other games. The staples are there: kill monsters, complete missions for XP. However, you do not have a set level. With your XP, you get ability points and skill points. first can be used to buy abilities, and the second can be used to increase the tier of gear which you can use. Starts off a little slow, but as you get further into the game, the points get easier to farm as the areas you have visited become a cakewalk. Which leads me to another thing. Should you find yourself getting a bit behind and a mission's getting on top of you, it is possible to repeat most missions after a set time limit, meaning you can go back and get all the EXP rewards over again to catch up. Okay, some missions you probably won't touch again with someone else's, let alone yours, but some are genuinely fun, you'll want to do them again regardless. Gear can be found as drops from monsters, as rewards for missions, and it can be crafted. There's no skilling up for crafting, other than finding the correct tier of resources for the item you want to create. The crafting uses a Minecraft-esque style, where you have to draw out the patterns to create the items you want. There's a good job as an in-game web browser to look them up. So what's in the end game? Well, this is where my knowledge lets me down. The reason being, I'm not there yet. As you can see from my Steam account, I've put 97 hours into this game, which is a fair amount, however I'm not at the end yet. I do know the game features raids. Most of the dungeons, maybe all of them, can be completed on Elite and Nightmare modes for better loot and added difficulty. There are also some PvP modes to play with. Is the PvP good? I have no idea, but when I looked there were people playing it, so either they're mental or there's some kind of value in it. Lastly, the cash shop. As I said before, the Secret World features a cash shop. It sells all kind of goods from pets to skins to clothes to boost potions, and they sell some starter gear and end-game weapons. Nothing on there is best in slot, but you can't argue it's 100% not pay to win. It's unlikely that subscribing or buying a few quality level 10 items on a cash shop are going to make you Superman, but they would definitely help when gearing up and skilling up. It's not pay to win, it's more pay for a speed boost or pay to advance faster. Personally, I'm happy with the cash shop, the prices are reasonable, and anyone who subscribes gets 1,200 bonus coins a month, which is more than enough to pay for the latest expansion content when it comes out, or whatever fancy clothes you like. So in conclusion, is the Secret World good? Is it worth paying for and putting the time into? I would argue yes. I've had a lot of fun with the Secret World, and although there's been times where I've struggled, I've had the support of a good cable to get me by, and with a little perseverance, I feel like I've been getting somewhere. I've even been able to help other people, which is a great feeling. The graphics are nice, the client runs stable, runs well on toasters, the grind is reasonably enjoyable. It can be had for around £25 on Steam, a little bit cheaper if you shop around. It's not a bad price, and also you don't need to subscribe. Like I said, there's a subscription available with additional perks, but they're not required. Thank you for watching my review, and thank you for sticking around to the end. If you liked it, please subscribe, and I'll try and make some others. Also comment on what you don't like or what you do like, and maybe even comment on what you think of the Secret World and whether I'm talking absolute rubbish. Thanks again.